Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a great weekend. Tonight we're going to check out one from a new channel that I haven't done before called Terrifying TV. And this is the top 5 scariest camping videos. Real encounters that will send shivers down your spine. A lot of people seem to like the last one I had of scary camping videos, so let's check this out, see what it is.
What would you do if you were camping and heard this?
I don't know.
In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 scariest camping videos. They'll make you rethink camping again, at least alone. Will, the host of this YouTube channel, travels the UK in his van while giving advice to his viewers. But in this episode, something strange occurs in the middle of the night while camping in Box Hill, a forested area in the southwest of London. As the sun sets over the forest, he starts preparing dinner at his campsite. Will struggles to fall asleep after settling in for the evening. However, in the dead of the night, he's startled by a horrific event.
Some kind of an animal. It sounds almost like ape-like.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
In the distance, he hears a terrifying shrieking sound. It almost sounds like an animal at first, but after a few seconds, you can tell it is human. What makes this even scarier
I couldn't tell
is
it
that
was human.
in this video, Will recalls that he noticed cars parked on his way to the campsite. He's definitely not alone. With those types of screams, it makes you wonder what was happening in the woods that night. Number 2.
I don't know.
Chris Dickinson, who
human.
lives in Oklahoma and runs the YouTube channel Sooner Sasquatch, is on the lookout for the Sasquatch in nearly all of his videos. Most of them feature him camping in the woods, and I believe he has captured some compelling evidence of the existence of these creatures in the video we are about to watch.
Okay.
Chris was bothered by noises he heard while camping out late at night. While he was away from the camp for a moment, checking on their surroundings, disaster struck. Chris took his night vision camera and a lousy flashlight and headed out of his tent after hearing a ruckus nearby. He claims to have smelled a foul odor when he finally arrived at the spot.
There's something dead over here.
That seems to be
Like
a popular thing with Bigfoot. It always smells bad.
God, stinks.
To be honest, if I were Chris, I would have already left and gone home. Chris stayed to try to get some footage, but what he saw next will give you the chills.
Okay. Yeah, something moved there.
The hell was
Looks
that?
like a head of some kind. I think that could be an owl.
Oh, shit.
Chris understands he's not alone and that he's being watched, so he bolts out of there as quickly as he can. If you look closely, you can see a breath of warm air escaping the creature's face as it watches Chris silently from behind one of the trees. I have watched this video
That looks
so
like
many times,
a light-colored
and I still
owl
can't figure
to
out what
me.
I'm seeing. For a split second, it appears to be a head with 2 dark eyes, but other than that, I have no idea. Whatever it is, it gives me the creeps. One of the viewers noticed something poking out through the branches, moving them aside, moving back, and then poking out again, and he thinks it's human-shaped. What do you make of this?
I think it looks like an owl. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Of the existence of something like Sasquatch or a Bigfoot?
I don't think that's what it is.
Or is it possible that he caught evidence of the existence of something completely different here? Number 3. CJ, a renowned YouTuber, spent a night alone.
I've seen a lot of
in
this
woodland
guy's videos.
with a reputation for paranormal activity. Pocomoke Forest,
I don't know
located in
if
Maryland,
I
is a massive, thickly wooded
really
area
believe
that
much in his,
encompasses
though.
over 18,000 acres and is the backdrop for a number of terrifying urban legends. Stories about severed heads, ghosts, crazed psychiatric patients, and cryptic orbs of fire that linger in the woods before disappearing are all part of this rich folklore.
Wow, that's creepy.
The video diary opens with a visit to a cemetery in the woods. We suddenly hear what appears to be gunshots.
Sonny is out of town for a few days, and what that means is I gotta go and I gotta keep on making and creating. This is gonna be a long night.
After
Someone's
establishing
hunting.
a base camp, the uploader ventures out into the nighttime wilderness. He's out in the wilderness when he comes across a distant glow. He shuts off his flashlight quickly so as to not give away his position. At first, it may remind you of some of those mysterious fireballs said to float through the night sky above the woodland. It turns out, though, that it's only another individual wandering the forest. After hearing gunshots earlier, the YouTuber is unsure of the situation, so he has to decide to hide and wait or run. The individual is moving very slowly through the woods at about 1:30 in the morning. The uploader is unsure if the person is a hunter. However, he notes that they are very tall and thin. Later, he reports hearing the same mysterious sounds in the background. Wait until you see what happens next. You won't believe this.
I keep hearing things over here and back behind me. Right over here, or behind the camera, I should say, but... Oh!
He hears a loud snapping noise and quickly flees the location. CJ, shaken by the experience, retreats to his tent for safety. What would you do? Run back to your tent or try to find your way back to your car in the dark?
I think I'd go for the car.
Number 4.
It's not going to protect you from
Homestead
an animal.
How shot arguably the best video currently available. The Homestead DIY YouTube channel is headquartered in Montello, Wisconsin, which is a very small and quiet town with a population of only 1,500 people. Their YouTube channel is focused on a family of 6 who left the city to live and grow on 20 acres of property, and while taking images on one fine night, this happened.
Keep going.
What is that? I
I've seen this
swear to
before,
God,
a
I
long
did not
time
edit
ago.
that. This photo isn't edited at all. I didn't even change the brightness. I didn't crop it. I did nothing. This is the original photo out of my
UFO.
camera.
After aiming to photograph the Milky Way on a partly cloudy night, Homestead How says he unexpectedly captured an unexplainable object. He was able to take 4 or 5 images of this unusual and intriguing item. There was a heated argument amongst internet users when this video was first released to YouTube as to whether or not this was a helicopter or an airplane with a long exposure shot, or whether or not this is actually a mysterious item recorded on camera. I initially assumed it had to be a chopper or jet, but after watching the
Doesn't
rest of
look
the
like it
video
to
and
me.
seeing how closely he zooms in on the item, I began to suspect that it was something else. Homestead How may have caught something unusual in the sky, but it certainly isn't a helicopter or an airplane.
No, I think that could
Even
be
if
legit.
this were a long exposure photo, I doubt a helicopter would look like this. I'm interested in hearing your opinion. What do you truly believe Homestead How recorded on camera? Could it just be a helicopter or an airplane in a long exposure shot?
No.
Or could it be something else entirely? So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Number 5.
Let me know what you think.
Before
but
I
think
show you the
that's-
last and probably the scariest
that looks
video
real
on
to
this
me.
compilation, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for future scary stories that are sure to keep you up at night. It is likely that Noah's time spent alone in the forest near Sun River, Oregon was anything but a restful night.
What I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road.
I think I've seen this one
in like
too.
this forest area and sleep, which I thought no one was really around, turned into someone trying to creep on me.
Late at night, he was resting comfortably inside his truck and was about to go to sleep when something unexpected happened.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud.
Despite Noah's assertion that there was nobody around when he parked his truck, at 2 a.m., someone was out there and he wasn't sure how to react. Eventually, things seem to stop, and the silence gives Noah the impression that he is safe, but then things take an unexpected turn.
How am I supposed to get away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I can never be from scared forever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here.
Noah survives the night after someone repeatedly tries to break into his truck, and the next day he reveals to his viewers how the truck ended up.
So I'm back home. This is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home.
There are obvious handprints all over Noah's truck, and some of the scratches on his truck were not there before this ordeal. This strongly suggests that whoever did this was attempting to break into his car or find a way in, and I assume they vanished when he turned on the flashlight.
Yeah.
What do you think Noah should have done differently that night? And have you ever been
I don't
in a
know. He
position
can't
like
really
that
get
before?
out because then he'd be out in the open.
There's one thing scarier than all these videos, and that's not subscribing to all the other scary.
Well, that was a new channel, and I like that. I like that channel, Terrifying TV. Check it out if you get a chance. That last thing, the only thing I think that he could have done differently is to outright speak, say something like, "Get away, I've got a weapon," something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Because he couldn't crawl out the back of the truck with someone there. I wouldn't do that. Well, let me know what you thought of that in the comments down below. Now it's time for a joke. I decided to go on a summer diet this year. It's where you eat summer dat, summer dat, summer dat.